Carter had a bad attitude towards school. He had lots of failing classes. His GPA was a 1.66. I couldn't get him up to go to school. When I could get Carter here at school, then he would only stay for a couple of periods and then go home. We lived close enough that he could walk home. Because of Carter's unexcused absences, the district sent us a letter, and he had to start coming to school, or we would have to go to attendance court with the district. So Carter came to me one day and said, "Mom, I want to join eSports." And I didn't know what that was. To me, it sounded like just another excuse to be able to play video games all day and call it a club. I found out about it when LAN King came over and did an assembly for us and said that they would be able to offer scholarships for him. They'd pay for ACT and they'd pay for him to do some AP classes. In order for him to be able to join the league, he had to go talk to the principal so that he could participate in it until he got his grades up. So now all of a sudden he's got motivation. I didn't have to worry about getting him up in the morning time. He was able to get all of his grades to passing in one term, which gave him a 3.66 GPA. Carter kind of kept himself before. He had friends at school, but didn't really interact with very many people after school. All of a sudden, I saw him going and hanging out with friends. They would go play basketball, and it was the same group of kids that were on the eSports team. I would be upstairs in the kitchen, and I could hear them laughing and socializing downstairs. It was a really fun trade to see in him, and all of a sudden he started to open up and became more pleasant to be around. I felt very embarrassed when Carter first joined the league. I didn't understand what it meant. Playing video games has a lot of connotations that go with it, and so it's hard for me to talk to other parents and say, "Oh, yay, my son is playing video games. He's part of a club that does that." But as I got into it and I learned and I watched the changes that came over Carter, it was amazing. All of a sudden I was like, man, I'm an eSports mom. My kid is doing a great job. He really enjoys what he's doing. It's been a great thing. There are lots of people that are involved in sports, such as basketball or hockey or dance, and they do that hours and hours and hours at a time. Video games have the connotation, if you play them over and over, that it's an addiction. In my mind, there's a difference between playing video games all day long and playing esports. To me, the difference is LAN King has provided structure for my son. There's a coach, there's a mentorship, there's a community where these kids are getting together and playing and having fun versus sitting alone, isolated. And as a parent, I can support that and get behind that. Because of this LAN King and this eSports event, he was able to sign up for a concurrent enrollment class next year, and he's going to be taking an AP class. And so for me, looking at the bigger picture, allowing Carter to play eSports has been such a great thing for him, because now he's like, I'm excited to go to college. I want to take the ACT test again. I want to get some college credit while I'm in high school. And so now I have a kid that's excited about being in school and being a part of something.